Welcome to another episode of Success Today. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. So my next guest is Michael Pickens, who's the founder and CEO of something called Botanical Enlightenment, which I think you're going to find very fascinating. I know I have. So Michael, welcome to the show.
Jack, thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
So let's start with a little bit. Let's just go back a bit. We'll talk about what you're currently doing because it's really valuable. But talk about yourself. Give us some background of where you grew up, how you got to where you are now.
I grew up in the Central Valley of California, and the reason why I went into this line of work was both of my grandmothers actually got diagnosed with cancer when I was 15.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom's mom had pancreatic cancer, my dad's mom had breast cancer, and they did the chemo radiation thing. Hair fell out, jaundice in their eyes, they couldn't keep food down. They both passed away about 6 months later on the same day. For me growing up, however, that sad situation and negative situation has turned into a really big positive because I've dedicated my life to helping people that are going through cancer.
Wow. And when was that moment that you decided, okay, I'm going to create this new company called Botanical Enlightenment? I mean, that's a big undertaking. Yeah. What was the moment in time, or what was the pivotal event that said, okay, I had this past, I care about this, but now I'm going to do this?
Yeah. So I was working in sales and marketing for some big recreational cannabis companies in Washington State. Although I do agree people can get high if they want to get high, it wasn't my passion. My passion was the healing benefits of the plant. And 4 years ago, we just decided that I wasn't going to work for anyone else anymore, and I'm going to be able to focus on helping people heal and focus on the healing properties.
Cannabis and other things as well?
Yeah, so we do manufacture hemp supplements. We manufacture a lot of different botanical supplements.
Well, let's talk about that.
Sure.
Botanical supplements, things that come from plants, so plant medicine, as it were.
Yes, the original medicine.
Give us an overview of the line of products you have, like what they're all designed to do, and give us a sense of the value you bring to the world through that.
Cancer was our main push, and we've helped so many people who have had cancer in the past, whether they went through chemo and radiation. We have products that support the side effects, and we also help people through a network of naturopathic doctors with our supplements for those who don't want to go like Western medicine through their cancer. But we help people with arthritis and epilepsy. It's just a lot of ailments, insomnia, pain relief, that our products definitely benefit our customers. So even though, that negative situation happened with my grandmothers, we've been able to help thousands of people, many other grandmothers, not go through that situation.
Someone's got an issue, they've got a health challenge, and you've got a product that you think will serve them. How do they determine which product? Are people prescribing your stuff? Are you marketing in such a way to say this is a combination of things you should do if you got this issue? How does that work?
Yeah, so it's a combination because we have naturopathic doctors that do prescribe our supplements. It's a little different industry than pharmaceuticals, obviously, and then we have descriptions on products and people can choose for themselves as well. We offer a money-back guarantee on everything. So if something doesn't work for someone, we'd be happy to swap it out for a different product that might work.
Wow, that's very cool.
It's all about healing people, not making money. So that's just a byproduct of it.
So I'm curious, when you have all these natural supplements or whatever, how do you source all that? Did you have to go out and discover all those places where you could get the plants?
Yeah, actually we did. So we get a lot of our mushrooms from a friend of mine who grows mushrooms. So our mushroom extracts are sourced from him. And then as far as every other ingredient, we do safety testing on all of our products, where a lot of companies, they'll say third-party tested, and that could mean that they're just testing the ingredients on the label to make sure they're in the product. The safety testing, we test for pesticides, mycotoxins, microbials, heavy metals, right? So if you're taking a product for yourself or giving one to your dog, you want to make sure it's clean. Otherwise, you might just be making it worse, making the symptoms worse, if it's got heavy metals, if it's got pesticides. You look at cancer, and there's many causes of cancer. When you take a holistic approach, you're going to look and make sure the food that you're eating doesn't contain pesticides, because the pesticides could be causing it, or the water you're drinking. If you're drinking chlorinated water or fluoride, there's a lot of things in the tap water that could be causing cancer. Diet, exercise, the mindfulness being a part of it could be the negative thoughts that brought it on. So taking a holistic approach is the right way, and you have to look at every aspect of your life when you're trying to cure something as serious as cancer.
So let's talk about the pet part for a minute. How did that come about?
Yeah, so actually, we've had naturopathic veterinarians and a holistic canine nutritionist that were using our pet CBD products to help with dogs with cancer. And they kept complaining to me, like, Michael, I love your products. However, there's all these other ones on the market that I don't know if they're as good as some of the stuff you make. Can you manufacture those products like joint relief, pumpkin power, probiotics, immunity mushroom complex? So we formulated those last fall and we released them this spring. So it's a fairly new line of products because of the need in the marketplace. A lot of pet product companies, they're not using the best ingredients, and we're using human grade ingredients that's safety tested.
I understand that. I was a Chicken Soup for the Soul. I wrote those books, and then we ended up with a Chicken Soup for the Soul dog food and so forth. And we were very, at that time, we sold the company. I don't know what they do now, but I think it's still good. But we were very importantly focusing on sourcing the right stuff and good materials and all that. I have had dogs my whole life, and I care deeply about them. So I'm going to find out more about your products and maybe have them being put into my dog, Charlie. I love what you're doing. I think it's exciting. If you had a message you wanted to deliver to the people watching this, other than what we've already talked about, what would you say to them?
Obviously, I've gone through the Success Principles course, the Maximum Confidence course. What I would actually like to suggest to everyone is that they go through your courses, especially if you're going through a health crisis. And the reason why, there was something specifically in Maximum Confidence course, and I went through that, I think 19 years ago, but it stuck with me ever since. And it's what you said: success by an inch is a cinch, by a yard is hard. And that has really driven my philosophy, and it's something that we teach our customers, that if you just take small, incremental steps and actions towards your goals, towards your health goals, if you just start changing your diet every day, start adding some exercise every day, you don't have to make huge changes, drastic changes. If you could just focus on the little things you can do every day to get you to the bigger goals, then you'll be successful. That's the message that I definitely want to get across to people.
I love that. Yeah. So I read a book recently. They talk about micro actions.
Yeah.
Don't have to do the big things. One of my friends actually was wanting to lose weight, and she would always go to the refrigerator and eat when she was stressed out. She moved her treadmill machine right next to the refrigerator, so every time she'd be walking toward the refrigerator, no, she really get on the treadmill machine. A little simple step, but it changed everything for her.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's funny you said treadmill. So Lao Tzu has a great quote: "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Right? And then I like to say, and then you add step 2 and step 3 and step 4 and step 5. And then we get to decide every day how many steps we're going to take. And some days you might only take 1 step. Other days, you might walk a mile with your goals and the actions that you're taking to get to those goals.
How do you define success for yourself?
Every single person that we help, that is a success. When we get testimonials in, like just earlier, a couple days ago, we had a customer who's been taking our products for 9 months. His name's Rick Pyle, and he was going in for surgery to get his bladder removed because his bladder had cancer. The doctors, they did a scan before surgery, and they're like, we can't find it. He didn't have to take his bladder out. That's a success. So every single person that we can help, every testimonial that comes in, that's what success means to me.
Very good. Very good. I love what you're about. So thank you for being about it. That's really good. If people want to find out more about your company, your products, where do they go?
Our human supplements, you can go to botanicalenlightenment.com, and then our canine supplements is bcanine.com.
I just want to honor you for being on the right side of everything.
Yeah, I got to say, if it weren't for your courses that I took back when I was 21, it was actually a gift to me from one of my cousins. I don't know if I'd be here doing what I'm doing.
Tell your cousin thank you.
I will, absolutely.
Okay, well, thanks for joining me today and for sharing everything with our viewers.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.